Hi everybody, good Friday night to you, and well, hopefully we'll have a good Friday night of baseball. The weather looks a little questionable, and we're hoping it'll hold off until we get this game over with. It's a very important game between the Ridgepoint Panthers and the Elkins Knights. This is VypeFortBend.com, your home for Fort Bend County sports. And the Ridgepoint Panthers, after 6 district games in 26A, District 26A, were riding high at 6-0, but then they hit a quarantine, and so they had to knock off for the better part of 2 weeks, and then when they got going again, they got no hit by the Travis Tigers 4-0 this past Monday night, and then they lost again on Tuesday night to George Ranch, 3-2 in a walk-off at George Ranch. So they really need to get back on that horse. The Elkins Knights only had 2 losses on their district record until Tuesday night when they lost at home to the Dulles Vikings, a game we brought to you on VypeFortBend.com. So we'll set up the game, give you the starting lineups, and be ready for action. I think we might start a little bit early just to try and get this game in as soon as possible. VypeFortBend.com presentation of Fort Bend County's baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity is a proud supporter of Fort Bend County sports and Greater Houston High School sports. And with the new Xfinity Sports Zone app, watch multiple games at once and check live stats and scores while watching another game. It's the best sports entertainment
on the podcast, absolutely,
while with Xfinity X1. And by First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the spring. First Tire and Automotive has locations in First Colony, Greatwood, Katy Cinco Ranch, and also in Sugar Land on Eldridge Road. All of those locations are open on Saturdays. For the best prices on tires, go to firsttireandauto.com. Plus, this weekend, I hear they're knocking 15% off every service they offer. All right, we'll be back after this break and give you the starting lineups. Ridgepoint taking on Elkins. Game that both teams really need. Roger Smith with you on VypeFortBend.com.
Officer Training Corps Color Guard. The National.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each. All in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Tonight's starting lineup for Ridgepoint. Number 19, Kyle Rosa, leading off playing left field. Number 11, Garrett Johnson, starting in center field. The shortstop, batting third, Justin Vasos. At catcher, number 25, batting fourth, Brandon Nelson. The DH is number 13, Devin McComas. For Kyle Pfeiffer, number 24, starting at third base. The shortstop, the second baseman, number 6, batting sixth, Zach Ellis. The starting pitcher tonight for Ridgepoint, number 4, batting seventh, J.J. Kinnett. Batting eighth, number 17, the first baseman, Parker Menifee. And batting ninth, number 2, the right fielder, Tyler Dasher.
All right, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Elkins Knights. Jacob Binder plays second base and leads off. Jacob Binder plays shortstop and leads off. Jaden Whitsitt is the third baseman, and he bats second. In the 3 spot, it is Joseph Binder, the leading hitter on the team. He plays second base. Cleanup hitter is the catcher, Logan Abadie. Adam Wade, the first baseman, bats fifth. David Martin is the DH, batting sixth. Bats in place of the starting pitcher, Stephen Hallmark of Elkins. Braylon Payne is in left field and batting seventh. Batting eighth is Ethan Muniz in right field, and Derek Burton in center field. So here's Jacob Binder. .250 average on the season, .403 on-base percentage, slugs .321. He has a double, 3 RBIs on the season, and he's leading the team in runs scored with 20, as you would expect the leadoff hitter to do. We are ready to go under very cloudy skies, and the starting pitcher for your Ridgepoint Panthers serves up a high fly ball that goes out to center field, and the catch made out there. By the way, the Ridgepoint folks didn't bring me the lineup until like 2 minutes ago, so their center fielder is Garrett Johnson. Thank you. All right. And the starting pitcher, J.J. Kinnett, right-hander for these Ridgepoint Panthers. Jaden Whitsitt, right-handed hitter, facing Kinnett, who rocks and fires. Breaking ball is high. Whitsitt hitting .358. That's second on the team. Second pitch to him is outside, ball 2. Don't be surprised if the pitchers work really fast tonight. They just want to get the game in. Both teams really need to, and the pitch is down and in. 3-0. They're making a lot of noise coming out of the Elkins dugout. Jaden Whitsitt, 24 hits and 67 at-bats this year. He's got 4 doubles, a triple, and 6 RBIs. There he takes the automatic strike, and it's 3-1. 12 runs scored for Whitsitt. And that's downstairs for ball 4, and he's the first base runner for the Elkins Knights.
Now batting number 12, Binder.
All right, I'm just taking care of a couple of housekeeping things between batters, and now it's Joseph Binder, the most dangerous hitter in the Elkins lineup, and he takes a curveball high. J.J. Kinnett, not one of the usual starters during district play, but because of this quarantine and having to catch up on several things, well, you're going to see some unfamiliar pitchers for Ridgepoint. Kinnett from the stretch throws over to first base where it's Parker Menifee. And we'll tell you who's in the field for these Ridgepoint Panthers momentarily. There's a pitch down and away, and Binder started to pull the trigger, but he held up. And a quick throw down to first base, and Whitsitt dives back in. Joseph Binder hits .394, leads the team in doubles, or hits rather, with 26. Tied for the lead in triples with 2 and 17 RBIs. Leads the ball club. Meanwhile, it's the catcher, Brandon Nelson of Ridgepoint, who goes out to talk to his pitcher, J.J. Kennett. As far as stealing bases, 6 out of 8 is Whitsitt on the season. Started to go there, but he stopped and came back, and the pitch was low for a ball. It's 3-0 on Joseph Binder. I wouldn't be surprised if head coach Brent Schmidt of Elkins gave him the green light right here. Here's the 3-0, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. He threw the bat down, and you know old Blue behind the plate is not going to like that. The usual cat calls going out, like he don't want to hit, but he certainly knows how. Whitsitt takes off, and there's a pop-up short right field. Parker Menifee circling into foul territory, makes the catch, and Whitsitt hustles back. There's 2 away. Good play by Parker Menifee. The wind is blowing hard.
Elkins, number 23.
Could have been easy to lose track of that one. Now catcher Logan Abadi. He's hitting .345, .520 on-base percentage, and he's great at drawing walks. He's got 9. That leads the ball club. He's also been hit by a pitch 11 times. That's more than anyone else. As Kennett throws over to first base, and we've got a balk. On his move to first base, Kennett balked, and Whitsitt moves over to second. We've just started the game. Whitsitt's the first base runner to get to second. And you can barely even see second base from out here. And now head coach Clinton Welch comes out of the Ridgepoint dugout, and he wants to talk about why that was a balk. And the home plate umpire is offering him an explanation, but nobody knows the rules as well as Clinton Welch. He's not buying the argument, but doesn't get to make the decision, so he will go back to the dugout. And a chance for Abadi to drive home an all-important run. Abadi hitting .381 with runners in scoring position. That's the best number on the team for that situation. Takes the Uncle Charlie, and it's upstairs, ball 1. Now Kennett steps off, and Abadi steps out. Now they're both ready. Ridgepoint wearing the all-white uniforms, white caps with the purple bills. Here's the second pitch, and it's fouled back right to the top of the backstop, right over our heads. If you're interested in how many people are here, I'm going to estimate 150 hardy souls are braving threatening weather to be here. And there are many reasons we do what we do at VypeForBend.com, but one of them is if you can't come out for whatever reason, we can tell you exactly what's happening. Here's the pitch, and a late swing and a tapper foul over on the left by Logan Abadi. The count 1-2. Only the very foolish, and I don't think anyone in this ballpark is very foolish, would have come here without an umbrella. I brought 2. I thought one of them might turn inside out. Whitsitt leading off second. Here comes the pitch, down and away. Check swing, Abadi lets it go, and it's 2-2. I never did give you that Ridgepoint defensive alignment. Kennett brings the 2-2. That's high and away, 3-2. two close neighbors don't really like each other. Swing and a miss. Abedy goes down, tagged out by his counterpart Nelson, and that'll do it for the Elkins Knights in inning number 1. No runs, no hits, no errors, one man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Ridgepoint coming to bat.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number 1, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
Here's the starting lineup for the Ridgepoint Panthers. Kyle Rosa in left field bats first. Garrett Johnson in center bats second. The number 3 hitter is Justin Vasas, the shortstop. Brandon Nelson, the catcher, bats cleanup. Devin McComas is the pitcher. Actually, Devin McComas is the DH, batting in place of Quinn Pfeiffer, or maybe it's the other way around. Hold on a second. All right, McComas is the DH, and Quinn Pfeiffer is playing third base. Zach Ellis, the second baseman, bats sixth. In the 7th spot, it's the pitcher J.J. Kennett hitting for himself. Parker Menifee at first base bats 8th. And Tyler Dasher is in right field and batting 9th. And on the mound for these Elkins Knights is the left-hander, the sidewinder, the guy whose knuckles drag the ground almost as he delivers the ball, Stephen Hallmark. Hallmark 1-0, 16 2/3 innings. This is his 9th appearance and his 3rd start. Goes from the stretch all the time. First pitch to Rosa is high for ball 1. In those 16 2/3 innings, 18 hits allowed, 14 runs, 9 of those earned, 14 walks, 10 strikeouts, and an ERA of 3.78. Hallmark brings the next one. Rosa shows bunt, takes it, strike. 1-1. Only 1 home run has been given up by this Elkins pitching staff, but it was Stephen Hallmark who gave it up to Justin Vasas when the two teams played at the Castle, Rick Carpenter Field, a couple or so weeks ago. And Rosa takes a hack, and it's in fair territory, and Rosa's out. He thought it was a foul ball. He never left the box. And the home plate umpire is saying it ended up in fair territory. And Rosa, wow, he's not going to be happy about that. Here's the defense for Elkins. Adam Wade is at first base. And the catcher, by the way, Logan Abedy. Second base, it's Joseph Binder, Jacob Binder at short, Jaden Whitsett at third.
Number 11, Garrett Johnson.
Braylon Payne in left, Derek Burton in center, and Ethan Muniz in right field. And now Garrett Johnson takes the first pitch. And it's not very often you see a play go 2 unassisted where the catcher picks up the ball and tags the batter. But that's what happened officially to Kyle Rosa. Garrett Johnson looking at the next pitch. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. No wind if you look at the trees beyond the outfield fence, but we're feeling it here behind the backstop. And that is powered to left field. It is deep, and it's going to go off the fence on several hops, and Garrett Johnson makes it to second with a ringing double off Stephen Hallmark. And these Ridgepoint fans are thrilled to see something like that because they've just been in a funk for a while. First of all, you don't like to be in the quarantine. So they missed baseball for a couple of weeks. Now they have to make up a bunch of games. They got no hit by Travis. That was their first district loss. So they fell to 6-1, and then they went to George Ranch and lost a 3-2 walk-off game, and now they're 6-2. Travis is now on top in district. Ridgepoint needs to get things going again in their favor, and now Justin Vasas, the shortstop, facing Hallmark. Hallmark looks back at second. And the first pitch to Vasas is a ball. Slipped away from Abedy, who wants a new baseball. We don't have to worry about blowing dust tonight, that's for sure. Everything is just damp. Damp everywhere. Just hope nothing falls out of the sky that is too damp. Hallmark turns around and looks back to Johnson. He goes back to the bag, but there's no throw. Long look in by Hallmark. Comes set, looks back at Johnson. Now turns back and looks at second. No throw again, and nobody even covering. Somebody in the stand said we don't have all day, and that may never have been truer than it is, except we don't have all night. There could be nasty weather coming. Vasas takes outside, ball 2. There could be a bad moon rising, but we don't know because it's covered up with clouds. Very thick clouds that could be full of water. Hallmark looks back at Johnson, now brings it. Vasas, hard ground ball to shortstop. Jacob Binder's going to go to third, and the tag is in time on Garrett Johnson. And Coach Welch is saying he didn't want him to go, or at least not to commit so early. So Vasas reaches on the fielder's choice. Johnson is retired, and it goes 6-5.
Catcher, number 25, Brandon Nelson.
Now left-handed hitting Brandon Nelson against the lefty sidewinder Stephen Hallmark. Couple of things I didn't say about Hallmark. He's got a whip of 1.92. Batting average against him is .277, and there's a line drive into center field for a base hit, and that's regrettable because Garrett Johnson might have scored on that if he had held up, stayed at second, but he ran himself into the second out. That's the second hit of the inning, but Ridgepoint, nothing yet to show for it. And now Devin McComas stands in.
First base is a courtesy runner, number 15, Mason Dossett.
Thank you, Mason
now
Dossett.
The designated hitter, Devin McComas.
By the way, Clary Groen, great PA announcer here at Ridgepoint. And we'll see if McComas can come up with a clutch hit for these Ridgepoint Panthers. Hallmark brings it down and away. Abedy moves over to block it. By the way, right as we are seeing that base hit from Nelson, the catcher, I was saying that opponents are hitting .277 against Stephen Hallmark. Looks back at second, now brings it, and it's underneath. Abedy can't catch it clean, and Vasas takes third, and now a throw on down to first base, and diving back in safely is Dossett, the pinch runner. So now runners at the corners. And the count is 2-0. That pitch was a ball. Hallmark has not been stretched out. That is to say, he hasn't pitched, 5 innings in a start in a long time. Here's the 2-0. That's downstairs, and Abedy smothers it. He needs a new baseball. 3-0 now the count on McComas, and Zach Ellis, the second baseman, is waiting on deck. Elkins wearing the Vegas gold tops and the royal blue caps, gray road pants. Here's the 3-0 outside, and McComas draws a 4-pitch walk. So 2 hits in the inning for Ridgepoint and a walk that loads the bases with 2 outs.
The second baseman, number 6, Zach Ellis.
Zach Ellis could really do his team a favor. They need a real pick-me-up, and this would be an ideal situation for it. Ridgepoint 6-2 in district, and the Elkins Knights 8-3 have leapfrogged them into second place in the district. First pitch to Ellis, just above the letters, ball 1. Elkins could really be sitting pretty if they hadn't lost to Dulles on Tuesday night. What a clutch win, 1-0. The Vikings beat them on Tuesday night. Here's the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. That was our Tuesday night game of the week on VypeFortBend.com. Very spirited crowd. It was perfect weather, 70 degrees. No wind whatsoever, no threat of rain. Not so much here tonight. Here's the 1-1. There's a hard smash to third. Easy play for Whitsitt. Steps on the bag, and that'll do it. Ridgepoint leaves them loaded. And we'll advance to the second inning. No score, Elkins and Ridgepoint.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it. Taking care of business. But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy you, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Batting for Elkins, Wade.
Adam Wade, 19. He's their ace starting pitcher. Doesn't hit for a high average, but he's a big dude and he can hit a home run now and then. In fact, he hit a home run off Ridgepoint in the first meeting between the two teams. J.J. Kennett facing him for the first time. Left-handed hitting Adam Wade takes the first pitch down, and it's ball 1. Wade's hitting .217. He's got 2 triples to tie for the lead in that category for the team. Kennett rocks and brings it down and away. A little bit of run on that fastball. 13 for 60 is Wade on the season. 9 runs driven in. Pitch to him. High in the air to left field and ranging toward the left field foul on. Coming on strong. Catch made in foul territory. Sounds like somebody wanted to play the Sports Center theme. That was Kyle Rosa making the catch out there.
Number 22, Martin.
All right, so Parker Menifee is at first base. Zach Ellis at second. Justin Vossas at shortstop. And stand by while we hear about the first pitch to David Martin. Hard ground ball through the right side and into right field for a base hit. David Martin, who came on and made a pinch hitting appearance in that game against Dulles. Gets a base hit on his first at bat this time. Catching up on my book here.
Now at bat for Elkins, number 18, Payne.
So Wade hit a long foul ball down the left field line. That was out number 1, and now a base hit by David Martin. And now it is Braylon Payne, the left fielder. Payne is a real speed merchant. Breaking ball right down the middle, right down Waters Lake Road. His average is only 169. He's working on that, but his on base a respectable 258. And he takes one outside. That evens up the count 1-1, and Kennett's cap flies off. 2 hits for Ridgepoint, and they left the bases loaded in the bottom of the first, and Elkins got its first hit here in the top of the second. Left-handed hitting Payne is ready. Takes one and is upstairs. 2-1 the count. J.J. Kennett wanting to work quickly, and he does. And swings at the 2-1 pitch, sliced out of play. Brandon Nelson very quickly turns to the home plate umpire, says, "May I have a ball, sir, please?" And he takes it and gets it back to Kennett. Ridgepoint is working like the prom is tonight. It's not, it's actually tomorrow. Here's the 2-2, and that is sliced out of play. I thought about, the possibility, what if Braylon Payne goes into the military and becomes a major? He'd be Major Payne. That was a very funny movie starring Damon Wayans. 2-2 the count. Payne got tired of waiting, holds up a hand, and they give him time. He wears those high stirrup socks of royal blue. Here's the pitch. Payne swings. That's in the air, foul again. Nelson turns around, gets the ball back in Kennett's glove. I'm no meteorologist, but I'm starting to feel good about the weather. I am. Kennett looks at first. Now brings it. And there's an excuse me base hit inside the left field line. It goes past a diving third baseman. And they throw back to second, and rounding the bag was Martin. He did get back, but that's 2 consecutive hits for Elkins. It's Quinn Pfeiffer playing third base. The ball had the counterclockwise spin. The ball had the counterclockwise spin, and it was moving away from him off of the barrel of the bat of the left-hander. And so it was in there. That's why they call it a game of inches. It was fair by less than half a foot. And now here we go with Ethan Muniz, the right fielder. Open stance, lefty swinger, first pitch coming, breaking ball way upstairs, and it forces Nelson to come out of his crouch. So now the hits are even at 2, but we have no score. Ridgepoint and Elkins. And now it's the Elkins dugout producing all the noise. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and fouled back. Kennett's bringing it because they just can't seem to catch up to it. At least not the ones who have been upstairs, but I was really impressed with what Payne did. Somehow made it happen going the other way. Now Muniz in a deep crouch, ready for the 1-1. It's outside, 2-1. Muniz hits .224, .318 on base. He's got a triple and 7 runs driven in this season. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. That evens the count, 2-2. Kennett continues to work quickly, but looks over at the dugout before he looks in at Nelson. Voss is sneaking in behind Martin, who leads off second. And now they turn around and throw, and he's safe. Ridgepoint fans are upset. They thought they had him. Voss applied the tag, and I'm just going to say it was close. That's all I'm going to say. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. During our next commercial break, I'm going to be doing some calculations. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. The count now goes full on Ethan Muniz. He was the starting pitcher. Did not get a decision either way in that 1-0 loss to Dulles. Kennett looks back, now brings it, swung on and missed. 2 away. Second strikeout for Kennett. And it'll be up to the number 9 hitter, the center fielder, Derek Burton. Burton's the kind of guy who could definitely bunt his way on.
The 9 position, number 6, Burton.
Burton looking for his first extra base hit on the year. He doesn't like to draw walks. He has only walked 1 time. He's a swinger with the bat. First pitch, just high. Burton usually the starting center fielder, although on Tuesday night it was Elijah Victorian who started in center field. Now Burton right back in his familiar spot. And Kennett turns around, looks at second, but nobody was covering, so he didn't throw. Kennett's already been charged with a balk, so he wants to be careful not to draw that call again. Burton ready for the 1-0. Swung on and missed. That was a beauty down and in, running toward the right-handed hitter. One and one the count. Kennett looks back. Martin leading off second. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed, badly fooling Derek Burton. There was a good 8 inches of daylight between the end of his bat and where that pitch ended up. Nasty wipeout slider, except it didn't wipe him out. It made the count 1-2. Kennett comes set and brings it. Swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and the side is retired. So Elkins does get no runs on 1 hit. They leave a couple of men, and we will go to the bottom of the second. No score between Elkins and Ridge Point.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it.
Taking care of business.
But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy you, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
J.J. Kennett leads off for Ridge Point here in the bottom of the second. No score between the Panthers and the Elkins Knights. These two teams, bitter rivals and close neighbors. It's kind of redundant as the first pitch from Hallmark is down and away. Hallmark always pitching from the stretch. Lefty bringing it to the righty. And Kennett takes a strike at the letters. Interesting action on the pitches by Hallmark. His release point is right about at his waist, maybe a little lower. Here's a pitch. Pitch over but low, and Hallmark wanted the call. It's 2-1. Kennett wanting to help himself out here. The 2-1 on the way. And he sprays that toward right field, and it's sending the right fielder back, but Muniz tracks it down, one away.
Next to bat for Ridgepoint, the first baseman, number 17, Parker Menifee.
Now Parker Menifee, the big tight end on the football team. Even played quarterback, started at quarterback in a playoff game. That was against Cy-Fair, and it's because 2 players were injured, including the starter Will Pendergrass. Menifee takes the first pitch down and in for a ball from Stephen Hallmark. Parker pitches and plays first base for Ridgepoint. Hallmark brings the 1-0. And it skips in and goes underneath Abity and trickles back to the backstop. Kyle Rosa is going to come get it. Did I lose something? Oh, thank you. God bless you. I hate to pollute the earth. I don't agree with everything they do on Earth Day, but we should not throw trash on the ground, especially here in beautiful Siena. 2-1 the count. Back to the game. Menifee ready. Takes a strike on the inside corner. That evens the count 2-2. Menifee wears number 17. I think that was his football number. Not certain about that. 2-2 downstairs, and the count is full. Abity is an outstanding defensive catcher, but with the angle at which Hallmark's pitches come in, it's very easy for the ball to get under him. And it almost always has that sinking action. Here's the 3-2. Menifee takes it high and away for a ball. Second walk from Hallmark.
Now batting for Ridgepoint, the right fielder, number 2, Tyler Dasher.
Tyler Dasher, a starting pitcher for Ridgepoint in right field tonight. Dasher would like to move Menifee along in this scoreless game, bottom of the second. First pitch to Dasher, bunts it back toward the mound. Hallmark picks it up, turns around, throws just in time. Excellent bunt by Dasher, made it very close, but he got the job done. With 2 outs, Menifee has moved to second base, and now it's Kyle Rosa.
Kyle Rosa.
He was retired in a very unusual way in inning number 1. He hit what he thought was a foul ball right near home plate, and it just kind of spun around in the dirt, and he didn't go anywhere because he assumed it was a foul ball. And the catcher, Abity, just picked it up and tagged him, and the umpire said that was a fair ball, and son, you're out.
Your attention, please, for Ridgepoint. Courtesy running for Parker Menifee is number 22, Blaine Ryan.
Blaine Ryan is running for Parker Menifee at second base. By the way, I did some calculations during our commercial break. It's one of those rare situations. The Elkins Knights at 8-3 in District 26A play, as far as wins and losses and how many games behind they are in the standings. Well, they're ahead of Ridgepoint, but Ridgepoint has the better percentage. 6 wins out of 8 district games, and Ridgepoint now playing catch-up with those games they missed during quarantine. The pitch to Rosa, sprays it into right field. And coming around third and holding at third. Rosa now moving to second. Throw down there, and here we're going to have a play at the plate, and out! Ryan is out. He didn't think so. He thought he got the hand in, but a great play by Elkins. They are fired up, and let's see how this thing went. Okay, it went 9-2 to 6-2 for the third out of the inning. if you're scoring at home or if you're all by yourself alone, for that matter. So Kyle Rosa with a single, but it does not bring home a run, and no fault of his own. He did the right thing, trying to draw that throw to second, which he did. But, well, a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing. We'll go to the third. Still scoreless, Elkins and Ridgepoint.
First Tire Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireAuto.com.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
All right, here we go. Back to the top of the order for the Elkins Knights. It's Jacob Binder. Swings at an 0-1 pitch from J.J. Kennett, and he's down 0-2. Jacob hit a line drive to the center fielder, Garrett Johnson. And that 0-2 pitch is high out of Nelson's mitt. And one of the Knights needs to come get that loose ball. Travion Smith emerges to do that duty. I'd like to say hi to Garrett Mitchell if he's listening. Garrett was on that 2019 state finalist team. So I might be accidentally calling Garrett Johnson Garrett Mitchell once in a while. Swung on and missed. And Kennett fooling Jacob Binder with the sweeping curveball.
Up for Elkins, number 7.
4 strikeouts for Kennett. Ridgepoint shows that they have a lot of pitching depth when they have to use it, but only because of this quarantine if they really had to start doing that. Kennett rocks and brings it, and a pitch down and away to Jaden Whitsitt, who drew a walk in inning number 1. Kennett steps to the back of the mound, licks the fingers. And there's a pitch that's high. Kennett's cap comes off again. My good friend Kevin Max, the ultimate Elkins Knights fan, 9-2-6-2. Yes, that's how the final play of the bottom of the second went. And there's a high chopper on the ground, wide of third, foul. And Quinn Pfeiffer watches it trickle on down past almost to the tarp tube. I just like to say tarp tube. I also like to see the ball go into the tarp tube. I don't know why that fascinates me so much. Here's the 2-1. And there's a fly ball to center field. Garrett Johnson tracking, and he squeezes it. Second out of the inning. Garrett Johnson's been busy out there. Bases clean for Joseph Binder, who hit a foul pop-up to first baseman Parker Menifee.
12, Binder.
We had a game that went all the way to the 7th, scoreless between Dulles and Elkins, and so far we're scoreless here in the 3rd. Binder looks at the first pitch, and it's over but low. Kennett shakes off a sign. Now gets the one he wants. There's a hard smash. Vasas backhands it, throws, and got him! Beautiful play, Justin Vasas. And that ends the top of the 3rd. 1-2-3 inning for J.J. Kennett, and we'll continue on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each. All in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Okay, they're back in black. Well, we got rain falling here at Ridge Point. Hopefully it won't last. How hard is it raining? Well, how shall I describe it? Well, we can deal with it if it doesn't get any stronger than this. All right, here we go.
Now batting number 11, the center fielder, Garrett Johnson.
Garrett Johnson, Justin Vassis, and Brandon Nelson against Hallmark. First pitch swinging. Tapper toward Whitsitt at third. Double clutches, fires, and got Johnson out. 5-3 it goes. Now Vassis, who reached on a fielder's choice when he swung the bat. Johnson was coming off of second. It
Now
went to shortstop. Johnson thought he could get to third. And he was tagged out. Hallmark, always from the stretch, brings it. The lefty to the righty, and Vassis takes one above the letters for ball one. I haven't asked Justin lately, but he told me that he was going to go to Texas A&M after his freshman year. And that hits him on the leg, and he's hurting, but he's heading for first base. You know, sometimes they tell you to walk it off. Well, he just decided to run it off immediately. That's the first hit by pitch of the game.
Now batting for Ridge Point, the catcher, Brandon Nelson.
That's only the fifth hit by pitch of the year for Stephen Hallmark, and you would think with the angle that he takes that he might get more hit by pitches, but he's kept those low. Now Brandon Nelson, but first a throw over to first. And Vassis back in standing, and Hallmark threw it kind of a soft toss over there. Might do that a couple of times and then burn it in there to Adam Wade, who is trying to keep Vassis near the bag. And that is behind Nelson. It actually hits him on the heel. And the umpire puts the hands up. Vassis kept on going past second just in case it was a wild pitch. And it was pretty wild, you know, if it hits somebody in the heel, you know, behind them. So that is two straight hit by pitches. Vassis now moves to second.
Attention please for Ridge Point. Now running at first base for Brandon Nelson is Mason Dossett.
Mason Dossett comes in and runs for the catcher, Nelson.
Number 13, Devin McComas.
McComas comes up, and he's the DH in place of the third baseman, Quinn Pfeiffer. Looks at the first pitch, strike on the outside corner, shakes his head. And I think that's one of those head shakes that means, nah, that wasn't in the strike zone, more so than I should have swung at it. Hallmark looks back at second. Vassis scurries back. No throw made. Here at Ridge Point, 315 feet down each of the lines, 370 to straightaway center. There's a pitch high to McComas. And in each power alley, it's 345. So a very symmetrical outfield fence at Ridge Point. Hallmark looks back. McComas ready, rests the bat on his shoulder. Now he has it poised, but then Hallmark turns around and looks at second again. Coincidentally, Vossas had told me he's going to go to Texas A&M, and I have a little A&M 12th man towel it's covering up my laptop. And there's a pitch down and in to McComas. I knew a guy in college, Ron McComas, and he spelled his last name with 2 M's, actually 3, not all in a row. McComas has 2 M's, but not consecutive. Here's the 2-1, takes it on the outside corner, same pitch that Hallmark started him with, and it's 2-2. VypeFortBend.com coverage will continue through the weekend. And Hallmark looks back at second again. Tomorrow, 12:45 p.m. Batter Up Show, we will have the Austin Bulldogs taking on the Dulles Vikings from the flagship school of Fort Bend ISD. Here's the 2-2. McComas checks his swing, and it's in the dirt. I guess I should say in the mud. The muck and the mud. And it's 3-2. After McComas, it'll be Zach Ellis. Hallmark brings it. Swung on and missed. A clutch strikeout for the lefty Stephen Hallmark. 2 away now, and it's up to Zach Ellis to break this scoreless tie here in the bottom of the third.
Zach Ellis.
By the way, with Ridge Point having so many games to make up, we're definitely going to be covering them a lot. So, Ridge Point fans, if you can't make it to the ballpark, remember anywhere you can get the World Wide Web, you can get VypeFortBend.com. We thank all those folks who listen in other states, both Elkins and Ridge Point, with players who have relatives in other states. First pitch swinging, and it's Zach Ellis. Fouls it back off of Logan Abadie. Looked like one of those foul tips that could have hurt Abadie or the umpire, but they both look like they're feeling no pain. Now Hallmark comes set. Ellis ready. Here's the 0-1. Down and in for a ball. And they're taking a little bit more time now. Ridge Point with runners first and second, 2 away, bottom of the third. Here's the pitch, and Ellis takes down and away. It's 2-1. Zach with a stance, neither open nor closed. Tied up inside, swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Abadie checking with the dugout. Jason Slanina, the assistant coach for Brent Schmidt of Elkins, is the pitcher whisperer. He knows what he's doing. Hallmark ready. 2-2 on the way, and that is fouled back. We'll have another 2-2 pitch. Parker Menifee comes out of the dugout to retrieve the foul ball, and just based on facial resemblance, I believe it is his dad who's in the press box to my left. Very strong resemblance. Here's the 2-2. Ellis takes down and away. It's a full count, and the runners will be on the move now. Ridge Point has out-hit Clements 3-2. Both teams have played errorless defense, but nobody has put a run on the board. Hallmark started to come home with it, but he looked back at second. Vossas probably tired of hanging around out there. Dossett is the runner at first. He's running for Nelson. Hallmark brings it, and that is high for ball 4, and the bags are packed. Walks have been a bugaboo for Elkins this year. Now J.J. Kennett, what an opportunity here for Ridgepoint starting pitcher, who has thrown 3 innings so far and allowed the 2 Elkins hits. Kennett stands pretty tall in the box. Hallmark, first pitch. Just missed the outside corner. Abity framed it. Ump not buying it. 1-0. Hallmark comes set. Now comes home with it. And that's inside. And it just missed Kennett's belt buckle. 2-0. Kennett crowds the plate from the right-handed box. Hallmark, the lefty, bends at the waist. Now comes set. Bounces. Now brings it. That's a strike at the belt. Just on the outside corner. 2-1. Hallmark comes set again. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball in front of the plate and a little shovel to Abity, and safe at home is Vossas. And here comes another run. Sliding in is Dossett. Actually, he didn't slide. He stayed on his feet. Ridgepoint leads it 2-0. And what a cheap hit that was. Just being honest, Kennett with, I guess it'll look like a line drive in the scorebook, but it only went about 3 feet. So home came Vossas, home came Dossett, and it's 2-0 Ridgepoint. And I will say that it actually looked like the ball might have hit Kennett while he was still in the box. I was thinking it's a foul ball, but not so. And we are left with runners at second and third.
Tyler Martin.
It's Tyler Martin.
For the Panthers, number 17, the first baseman, Parker Menifee.
So it's Tyler Martin running at second for J.J. Kennett, who singled, quote unquote, and advanced to second on all the activity at home plate. Ellis has moved on over to third. So great opportunity for Parker Menifee, who walked in inning number 2. Ridgepoint with 4 hits. Right-handed hitting Parker Menifee looks at the first one, and it's up around his Adam's apple, ball 1. Second pitch, down and in to Parker. He has a big strike zone. Don't know his exact height. I got in trouble for giving the wrong height on Adam Wade. And Menifee sprays it foul on the ground off the front of the Ridgepoint dugout. And by the way, looking down there, I don't see any activity in the bullpen. It is still Kennett's game, evidently. Menifee ready. Hallmark brings it down and away. He can pitch Parker Menifee carefully because first base is open. But then you got Tyler Dasher, who's kind of a pesky hitter. Don't let his number 9 spot in the order fool you. Here's the 3-1. Menifee swings hard and fouls it back. And the count goes full, but the runners will not be getting a head start because, as I said a moment ago, first base is open. Jack Ellis taking a big lead over at third, trying to distract Hallmark. Hallmark, the left-hander, has his back to Ellis. Here's the 3-2. Down and away, and the bases are loaded again as Menifee draws a walk. So you got Tyler Martin at second, running for Kennett. Ellis still at third. And now it's Tyler Dasher, who put down a sacrifice bunt in the second. 2-0 Ridge Point. And those 2 runs came home on a ringing single by J.J. Kennett that went, well, I think I said 3 feet earlier. That's an exaggeration in a small way. It actually, I guess it went, maybe 12, 15 feet. And now there is a mound conference for the Elkins Knights, and Jason Slanina, the assistant coach, goes out there. He'll talk to Hallmark. This could be a moment of truth, even though it's only the bottom of the third. But any time is a good time for a little Steve Perry, and I said that at the softball game that we had between Travis and Ridge Point. And the girls from both of those teams getting ready for the playoffs. Tyler Dasher. His mom, Allison, works in the Fort Bend ISD as a PE teacher. First pitch swinging, high in the air, and it's chasing a man back. Now he comes in, and the catch made, and the inning is over. And I'm just having a mental block. That's Braylon Payne. See, I have to cover up my... a lot of stuff in these conditions. Braylon Payne squeezes it for out number 3, and Ridge Point leaves the bases loaded. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each. All in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it.
Taking care of business.
But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy you, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land, for taking care of business for us all year long as we have brought you Fort Bend County sports every single week. It's Logan Abedy leading off for Elkins in the top of inning number 4, and for the first time in the game, the Elkins Knights send batters to the plate down in the score, 2-0 Ridge Point. And Abedy tried to lean into that one, but it broke across the strike zone. And the count 2-2 as J.J. Kennett continues to work effectively and quickly for the Panthers. Here's his windup. Here's a pitch outside. Abedy lays off. Abedy struck out in inning number 1. that is in there, called strike 3. Hope you're enjoying our VypeFortBend.com coverage. Now Adam Wade comes to the plate.
Now batting for Elkins, number 19.
Adams 0 for 1. The 6'6" Adam Wade. And I say Parker Menifee is 6'6", give or take an inch. Here's the pitch to Wade. Tailing fastball misses, and it's 1-0. Wade crowds the plate, wiggles those fingers on the bat handle, and takes another pitch outside. It's 2-0. Wade has home run power, but I don't think we're going to see any homers tonight. It feels like the wind is just going to be too stiff. But he does rip one down the right field line, and it's rattling toward the corner. He'll make it to second easily. A ringing double for Wade to get something going with one out in the top of the fourth. So how's Wade doing on those doubles?
Martin.
Well, I thought he had more. That's his second double of the season. But he does tie for the team lead in triples with 2. Now David Martin, the DH. Wade, since he's not pitching tonight, will run for himself from second base. First pitch to Martin, breaking ball high. Catcher Nelson looking over at the dugout. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball right down the middle. Martin singled in the second inning. Kennett brings the 1-1. No, he doesn't. Throws back to second base, and Wade gets back on the bag before Ellis tags him. Ridgepoint leads 2-0. Top of the fourth. They've out-hit Elkins 4-3. Kennett looks in at Nelson. Gets the sign. Brings the 1-1. Down and away to Martin. And there's a throw down to second. They try to get Wade straying off the bag, and that throw could have taken Kennett's head off, except he did a near somersault to his left. And the throw was not in time to get Wade. It was kind of a worm burner by Nelson. Bounced 3 times before it got there. Martin ready for the 2-1. Here it comes. That's on the outside corner strike, and a grimace from Martin that says, yeah, that was there. See assistant coach Michael Dutka giving Nelson the sign to relay to Kennett. Here's the 2-2, and that's into foul ground in the air, and it carries. The wind pushes it out of play. Two and 2. Kennett looks back at Wade. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just missed. I think Kennett wanted that one, but he didn't do anything gesture-wise to annoy the umpire, which is wise. 3-2 is now the count. One away, and Elkins trying to equalize it. They're down 2-0, and that is downstairs for ball 4. So Martin has reached base twice now. Now we'll see Braylon Payne, who hit a perfect seeing eye soft liner down the left field line and just past a diving Pfeiffer in his first plate appearance. And I think there could be a contest between Braylon Payne of Elkins and Tyler Dasher of Ridgepoint to see who has the skinnier legs. First pitch to Payne, down and in. He lifted a foot just to make sure he didn't get hit. And it's 1-0. There's a hard wind blowing in from center field. Next pitch from Kennett. Check swing in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. With one out, Payne looks at a curveball strike on the outside corner. Here's one away in the inning. Ethan Muniz is waiting to bat next. Here comes the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go around? They appeal to the infield umpire, and yes, he did go around. Swinging strikeout, 2 away. That'll be Muniz. By the way, just to check on sound quality, my good friend Kevin Max, text me and let me know if you are hearing this game okay. We've had a couple of reports that some listeners are not hearing it clearly, but I know that you're listening because you confirmed the let's see, the play that went 9-2 to 6-2. And here's a pitch in there for a strike, and it's not Muniz. They've set up a pinch hitter, and it's Amir Sabahi. Sabahi hitting .250 on the year, .371 on base. Right-handed hitting Amir Sabahi. Here comes the 0-1, breaking ball, smashed through the left side, and it's past a diving Pfeiffer, picked up by Rosa in left field. They get it back in, and Wade holds at third. Nobody scored on the play, but the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Pushing the buttons, head coach Brent Schmidt gets a single out of Sabahi. And now we're going to see another pinch hitter. It'll be Braden Malfetto. Coach Schmidt going to the bench, which he didn't hesitate to do in his starting lineup on Tuesday night against Dulles. And it worked with Sabahi, and we'll see what happens here with Malfetto. 2-0 Ridgepoint, top of the 4th. Now Kennett will go from the windup with the bases loaded. And too much time taken, or at least Malfetto thought so, and he asks for time. First pitch is low for ball 1. Malfetto has a double this year. 3 runs batted in. You know, he hits .500 with runners in scoring position, but very, very few at bats, small sample size. And Kennett steps off. 1-0 the count. The tying run is at second base. And there's a ground ball on the a foul ball. It's a foul ball on the ground to the left. Wade is at third. David Martin is at second. And there's a pitch on the outside corner, but high. It was high or outside. At least one of those things in the judgment of the home plate umpire, and the count is 2-1. Wind kicking up. Here's Kennett's pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. The hits are now even at 4, but Ridgepoint still leads at 2-0. However, there are Elkins Knights on every base. Balfetto, the righty swinger. Kennett, jersey flapping in the wind. Timeout called before he can deliver the 2-2. Kennett ready? Here it comes. On the outside corner, called strike 3, and the half inning is over. The Elkins Knights with a big threat, but they come up with nothing. And as Judge Schmales almost said in Caddyshack, they'll get nothing and they won't like it. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-0. Panthers on top of the Knights.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each. All in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it.
Taking care of business.
But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy you, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Okay, we want to do something to improve our sound quality. So we have such a strong wind, but I'm doing everything I can to keep the wind off the microphone. Kyle Rosa leading off, bottom of the fourth for Ridgepoint, which leads Elkins 2-0. And Rosa took an 0-1 pitch downstairs, and they count even 1-1. Kyle, right-handed hitter against the lefty Hallmark, who's gone all the way for Elkins. Here's the pitch. Down and away, 2-1. Kyle steps out and now back in. Hallmark comes from the sides, swung on, and it's a foul tip into the mitt of Abadi, and it's 2-2. Elkins fans hoping that fourth inning, the top of the fourth, is not the inning of regret where they left the bases loaded and they still trail 2-0. Rosa takes outside and the count goes full. Hallmark ready. And just off the bottom of the bat, foul trickles behind home plate. Kyle Rosa, when he was a sophomore, was primarily a pitcher for Ridgepoint, but they've figured out that he can do the team more good playing in the field as a position player and letting others pitch. And he takes a pitch outside. Abadi thought that was strike 3, but it's ball 4, and Rosa leads off the bottom of the fourth with a base on balls.
Now batting the center fielder, Garrett Johnson.
Now Garrett Johnson, the center fielder. He's been making things happen. Had a double in inning number 1. Ridgepoint didn't score, but they did pick up 2 in the bottom of the third. Looks like he's going to bunt because he's sliding his right hand up the bat handle. But first, a throw over to first base, and Rosa gets back in. Hallmark kind of reminds me of Chad Bradford, formerly the Oakland A's. He was part of the Moneyball movie. He was that guy that just threw funny, but the A's wanted him. And Hallmark throws over to first base again. Hidden ball trick attempted by Wade, but Rosa's not getting off that base. By the way, Ridgepoint pulled off the most memorable hidden ball trick I ever saw against Atascocita in Game 1 of a 3-game series in the 2019 playoffs. It was Jack Baker who did the deed. And now Hallmark needs to talk with Abity, so his catcher runs out there. Garrett Johnson, 1 for 2 tonight. An ill wind continues to blow in from center field. Here's the pitch, and he gets the bunt down. Hallmark turns, throws, gets Johnson out at first base, and Rosa advances to second. Ridgepoint has been working those sacrifice bunts just like you draw them up. So, by the way,
shortstop Justin Vasos.
By the way, some of you folks that are hearing more wind than anything else, we're doing the best we can. I've got an umbrella over my head and a laptop right in front of my face trying to block the wind in every way possible as Justin Vasos stands in, takes the first pitch for a ball, and then a quick throw down by Abity to try and get Rosa straying off at second base, but it was not to be. Hallmark looks back at Rosa. Here's the pitch, and Vasos powers it deep to left field. It is off the wall on one hop. Here comes Rosa around third. They throw to second. That throw gets away. Rosa has scored. Vasos is going to end up at third. He's going to come all the way around third. And here's the play at the plate. It'll never get him. Vasos comes around to score on a double and a 2-base error. And that makes it 4-0 Ridgepoint. It's a real gut punch for the Knights. So it's a double. The 2-base error results not only in an RBI, but a run scored for Justin Vasos.
Brandon Nelson.
And now Brandon Nelson with the bases clean and 1 away. Lefty hitter Nelson. Singled in the first, hit by a pitch in the third. First pitch to him. He powers that to right field. And it is fairly deep, but caught on the run very nicely. Ethan Muniz tracking it all the way. 2 down. Now McComas.
Now batting the designated hitter, Devin McComas.
You know, Devin has become a very popular name in the last, I don't know, couple of decades. Hallmark brings it. Just missing the outside corner. Another frame attempt by Abity to no avail. McComas ready for the next one. He thought that was up and in, but it's a called strike. 1-1. Hallmark looks in, gets the sign, always goes from the stretch. Here it comes. And that's just off the plate on the outside corner, and Hallmark kind of snatches at the ball as the return throw is made. He's kind of ticked off. He thinks it should be 1-2, but the count is 2-1. McComas crowds the plate from the right-handed box. Here comes the 2-1, and that is inside, and it hit McComas. Third hit by pitch of the game. Devin goes to first. and the throaty cat calls from the Ridgepoint student section. They're always entertaining.
Now batting the second baseman, Zach Ellis.
Zach Ellis is 0 for 1, but he did draw a walk in inning number 3. McComas ready at first to steal a base if necessary, but he doesn't on the first pitch to Zach Ellis, which is down and away, ball 1. Here's the next one. Swung on and fouled back. 1-1 on Ellis. The game that Ridgepoint played against the Knights at Rick Carpenter Field had the Panthers down 2-0 after 4 innings. And then they exploded to come back and win it 11-2. Ellis looks at that one in the dirt. Abity stops it, and that keeps the runner McComas at first. 2-1 the count. Nothing going on in the Elkins bullpen at the moment. Hallmark seems to have a very economical release. It doesn't tax him. He can throw a lot of pitches. 2-1 is high. 3-1 throw down to first, and McComas dives back in. Wade has to go to his knees to stop that throw. Kennett waiting to bat next. Want to thank our producer, Suna Venkat, monitoring our sound quality. She says it's better, but here comes the wind again. And there's ball 4 to Ellis. So with 2 runs already in, Ridgepoint threatening with 2 outs. Ellis draws the walk, and it pushes McComas over to second. What'll they do? What will they do? Well, they're going to make a pitching change, and Stephen Hallmark is going to come off. Copeland Jones will come on. We'll be back to tell you about Bubba Copeland Jones in just a moment here on VypeFortBend.com. Ridgepoint still has something going here in the bottom of the 4th.
First Tire Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireAuto.com.
Okay, Copeland Jones comes on for the Knights. This is his 9th appearance of the year. All but one of those appearances are out of the bullpen. Copeland Jones, 2-1, 10 2/3 innings, 9 hits allowed, 10 runs, 8 of those earned. He's got an ERA of 5.25 and a whip of 1.97. And his first pitch to J.J. Kennett is a strike, 0-1. Opponents hitting .243 against Copeland Jones. 2 runners on. He inherits a bit of a mess here. Ridgepoint leading it 4-0. The pitch to Kennett downstairs, and also sometime during the warm-up pitches of Copeland Jones, something happened to the catcher Logan Abedy. I don't know what happened, if maybe Jones threw a pitch when Abedy wasn't ready or something, but he's in some kind of pain, but he's out there doing his job behind the plate. Moves to his right to block a pitch that makes it 2-1, and his return throw almost got over Jones. Zach Ellis is running off of first base. Devin McComas at second. Here's the pitch to Kennett. Started to go, left it alone, and it's high for a ball. 3-1 is the count. Jones, the right-hander, looks back at McComas, brings it downstairs, ball 4, and the bases are loaded again. Jones has now thrown 13 walks in 10 2/3 innings, and Elkins has a good pitching staff, but they have had problems with bases on balls.
Your attention, please, for Ridgepoint. Running at first base, number 3, Tyler Martin. Now at bat, number 17, Parker Menifee.
Tyler Martin is running at first. Kennett goes back to the bench to get ready to pitch the 5th, and now it's Parker Menifee trying to add to the 4-0 Ridgepoint lead. Jones brings the first pitch up and in. Fake throw by Abedy sends McComas crawling back to the bag. One and 0 the count. Jones out of the stretch brings it. Menifee swings and slices it foul. I mean, really slices it. Beyond the hitting facility over on the right side here at Ridgepoint. Jones comes set, looks back at second, now brings it. Big rip and a miss by Menifee on a changeup from Jones, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2, and that is down the right field line, but it's going to twist out of play to the right. If you're Jones, you don't want to go to a 3-2 count and have the bases loaded in the merry-go-round where everybody's moving with the pitch. Menifee ready, righty to righty. Jones brings it, breaking ball high, and it's 2-2. Tyler Dasher waiting to bat next for the Panthers. Trying to break a 2-game losing streak. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss by Parker Menifee, and the Panthers leave the bases loaded. However, they pick up 2 runs on the double by Justin Vassos. He comes around to score on the error after he got to second base. And we'll be back with the top of the 5th. Ridgepoint leading it 4-0.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number 1, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
Top of the order, Jacob Binder and the Elkins Knights need to go to work, trailing 4-0 against the Ridge Point Panthers and their starting pitcher, J.J. Kennett, who takes a long look in, starts his windup in the first pitch, breaking ball, strike. 0-1 on Jacob Binder. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Kennett winds up and brings it. Breaking ball, tried to burn off the edge, check swing. They appeal to the infield umpire who has palms down, no swing. 1-1 on Jacob Binder, the sophomore shortstop. Kennett steps back off the rubber. Licks the fingers, which they always go over that before the game, if it's okay to do that or not. There's a pitch on the outside corner. The wind continuing to blow, but the air doesn't feel quite so heavy, and maybe that threat of rain is starting to fade away. Pitch by Kennett, high in the air behind first base. Menifee going back, now Ellis coming over. Menifee, beautiful catch. Kind of over the shoulder, kind of like would have hit him in the nose if he hadn't put his glove up there. That was a tough play. Second time he's made a put out in the air behind first base in foul ground. And that is the third time that Jacob Binder has been retired at the top of an inning. The first, the third, and the fifth. And now Jaden Whitsitt. 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. Kennett going deep into the game here. His 1-0 pitch is tapped foul, and it's 1-1. Nelson gives the sign to... Sorry, I was distracted there. Gets the sign from Kennett, and a breaking ball is fouled back, and it finds aluminum. And they don't use just the fingers down. They do all kinds of hand signals. Swung on and missed at the 1-2. And Whitsitt is down for the second out. I'll tell you, Kennett's racking up the strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts for J.J. Kennett. With all of these games that Ridge Point has to play in a short amount of time, what a great thing it would be if Kennett could finish this game without having to go to the bullpen. And that pitch is inside, and Jacob Binder hit by the pitch. He goes to first with 2 away. Logan Abedy 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
Now batting number 23, Abedy.
The Knights will try to get something, trailing 4-0 as they bat in the top of the fifth. Kennett from the stretch, right down the middle. I think maybe Abedy was expecting a little something else. Started to swing, laid off. Now he's down 0-1. Kennett brings it, curveball outside. Nelson backhands it nicely, and no move by Binder. By the way, Joseph is 3 for 5 in stealing bases. Here's the 1-1. Burns off the outside corner, and it's 1-2. And J.J. Kennett 1 strike away from finishing off this inning. He looks in, shakes his head at Nelson. Now he has the right pitch. Ready for the 1-2. And it's way high. Nelson stands up to catch it. But Binder is not going to risk and try and steal a base with his team down 4-0. Menifee is holding him on at first. Here's the pitch. And that's high in the air. Foul ground on the left. Pfeiffer giving chase. And a dive by Kennett. Man, that kid wants it. Didn't quite reach it. Great effort, though. How about a round of applause? Thank you. I mean, he was looking like his last meal depended on that. That was a great effort. Nelson joking around with Abadi while everybody gets back in place. Kennett, short walk behind the mound as he listens to Coach Clinton Welch. It is Coach Welch who is giving the signs to Nelson. And Kennett shakes off the first one, now gets the one he wants. The 2-2, high leg kick. That's outside, and it's 3-2 on Abadi. Joseph Binder will get a head start on the next pitch. Ridgepoint leading 4-0 top of the 5th. They've out-hit the Knights 5-4. One error, and it was by the Knights. Here's the 3-2. There goes Binder. The pitch is in the dirt, and Abadi walks. Well, don't look now, but you've got the tying run in the on-deck circle, and you've got Adam Wade coming up. 0 for 2 with a double tonight. He hit the ball hard with a lot of top spin to the right field corner on that double, and if he could just kind of get a little more backspin on it and power it that way, we could have a one-run ball game. Kennett has not wavered, though. Strong all the way, 7 strikeouts, and he's only allowed the 4 hits. First pitch to Wade, check swing, called strike. 0-1. Yeah, I think we're safe from the rain. How about that? We rode out the storm here on the hard-scrabble streets of Siena. Pitch to Wade, curveball on the outside corner. Wade's a pitcher, and he didn't think so. He's got to go into protect mode. 0-2. By the 6'6" left-handed hitter, Kennett delivers. Breaking ball just missed. Good eye by Wade. A lot of courage there. Kennett looking intense. Wade puts his hand up and gets time. Adjusts the Velcro on the gloves. Big deep breath. And we'll see what he does with the 1-2. Kennett brings it, and he powers it to right field, but it's going to hang up. That'll be a catch, and that'll do it. So for the Elkins Knights, 2 runners on after 2 were out, but they don't get anything going after that. By the way, before I say goodbye and go to this, well, not goodbye, but before I go to the commercial break, Tyler Dasher out there in right field. All of the things that tell me who's playing where have blown away. Sorry for the delay.
First Tire Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireAuto.com.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it.
Taking care of business.
But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy you, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Now batting in the bottom of the 5th for Ridgepoint, the right fielder Tyler Dasher.
Give you some updates on, well, really the pitcher for Ridgepoint, Kennett, been in there all the way, but Copeland Jones came on in relief of Hallmark for Elkins. And the first pitch swinging, Tyler Dasher high in the air towards center field, and it'll be the second baseman, Joseph Binder, who grabs it. It's Joseph at second and Jacob at short.
Now batting the left fielder, Kyle Rosa.
Now Kyle Rosa scored in the 4th. And the first pitch to him is in the dirt with a curveball from Copeland Jones. 1-0. Rosa is 1 for 2, scored a run and drew a walk. And he puts down a bunt. Jones coming on to get it. It'll be Abady's play to make. Bare hands and gets him. That's a nice play. Logan Abady came out from behind the plate like he was sitting on a spring and makes the play.
Now batting the center fielder, Garrett Johnson.
2 outs now. And Garrett Johnson takes a strike to begin his at bat. Garrett Johnson, like Rosa, 1 for 2 coming to this at bat. And there's a ground ball to Jacob Binder at short. 2-hopper, throws in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Copeland Jones of the Elkins Knights. We'll be back with the top of the 6th. Ridgepoint 4, Elkins nothing.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each. All in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
David Martin leads off for Elkins, and J.J. Kennett in 5 innings has thrown 96 pitches, 54% strikes, allowed the 4 hits, no runs, struck out 8, he's walked 3. And his first pitch is swung on, and it's going to right field, and it'll hang up. Catch made out there by Dasher, 1 away. That was David Martin, the DH. And now it's Braylon Payne due, but it is not Braylon Payne. They send up Elijah Victorian. He swings and sends it to right field. Garrett Johnson coming on, but it'll be the shortstop Vasas going out who makes the play. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Kennett. And could he possibly get out of this 6th inning without exceeding 100 pitches? And by the way, just in case you're wondering, nobody's warming up for Ridgepoint.
Now batting, number 20, Munoz.
Now Ethan Munoz struck out in the 2nd, got a single in inning number 4, and the first pitch swinging, it's to the second baseman. And there's the throw over by Ellis to Menifee, and it is a 3-pitch inning. So that means that Kennett has only thrown 99 pitches. He could probably go 1 more frame. We'll listen to Sweet Home Alabama and be back. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Ridgepoint leading Elkins 4-0.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it.
Taking care of business.
But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy you, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Ridgepoint looking like they're in control. And Logan Abity, I think, is going to come out of the game. He really looked like he was in some terrible discomfort when Logan Jones was taking some warm-up tosses. And I see that we're going to have Travion Smith go out and play one of the outfield spots. And I think Ethan Muniz is going to have to come in and get on the gear. And he will be the catcher, and it'll be a while before we get back to action. Grace. Well, I'm going to find out the situation for the Ridgepoint softball team. Hi, Grace. I just wanted to find out from you, do we have the arrangements on the first playoff round for your team? You do not?
I do not. They have a meeting on Monday.
Okay. Yes. Who's that sitting to your left over there? Your left if you were facing the field.
Her name's Aya.
Okay. I said Grace. I can't believe she couldn't read my lips. Anyway, thank you for coming over. We're looking forward to finding out about that first round matchup. Well, there was one time killer that did not work out. That's Grace Yannick, who plays sometimes third base, sometimes first base for the Ridgepoint softball team, and they're headed for the playoffs. But as far as the pairing and the when and the where, we just don't know that just yet. But let's reset the Elkins defense because they're going to have to change catchers. Meanwhile, Copeland Jones really could use an opportunity to warm up with somebody. All right, Ethan Muniz now has the gear on, and he goes out to talk to Copeland Jones first. So I know that Copeland Jones is going to want to throw at least a couple of warm-up tosses. I'm not really sure exactly what the problem was with Abadi, but he just has not been comfortable for the last inning or so. All right, so we got Ethan Muniz now catching. Elijah Victorian has come into the game and he's playing left field. Travion Smith is now in right. Derek Burton still in center. And the infielders are still the same. Adam Wade at first. Joseph Binder at second. Jacob Binder at short. And Jaden Whitson over at third base. So I'm not sure how many warm-up tosses Copeland Jones got, but well, he may not be comfortable with the number that he's received. But, you know, as the great poet Mick... As the great poet Mick Jagger once said, you can't always get what you want. 4-0 Ridgepoint on top. Vossas leading off, bottom of the sixth, and Copeland Jones starts it with a breaking ball. First pitch swinging high in the air to center, and Burton settling under it. He's got it, one away. I guess there's some rule that in the sixth, everybody's got to swing at the first pitch because
now
everybody has so far.
Brandon Nelson.
J.J. Kennett of Ridgepoint had a 3-pitch inning in the top of the sixth, and now Brandon Nelson, left-handed hitting catcher. He wears number 25. Copeland Jones wears number 25. Here's the first pitch, and he let it go. Not first pitch swinging that time. One and 0 the count. Jones brings the next one. And Nelson watches a pitch burn off the outside corner. Muniz looks over in the dugout. He's got the catcher's gear on for the first inning of this game. Breaking ball, and I don't know how that caught the corner, but that's the call, and it's 1-2. Nelson steps back in. That back elbow high in the air. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. 2 down. Wow. I've noticed sometimes you...
now batting the designated hitter, Kevin McComas.
You drink a bottle or a can of something, and then when you get down near the bottom, if you don't finish it, the lack of weight can cause it to blow across the table. But I made the save. Pitch to McComas. It's down low for a ball from Copeland Jones. By the way, we can close the book on the starter, Stephen Hallmark. Here's the 1-0. McComas looks at a curveball, and it broke right over the strike zone. In there to make it 1-1. So Hallmark pitched 3 2/3 innings through 77 pitches, 46% strikes, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 strikeout, and 6 walks. Jones Roxanne fires on the outside corner, and it's a ball, 2-1. Ridgepoint does not have to play on Monday night. That's a good break for their pitching staff, especially if Kennett can finish tonight. And McComas watches one bounce in. Muniz, not the starting catcher, but looks like he knows what he's doing back there. Copeland Jones. Roxanne fires the 3-1, and that is behind third base. Going back to get it is Whitsitt in foul ground. He's got it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Copeland Jones, and we'll go to the top of the 7th. Ridgepoint leading 4-0, trying to close it out. J.J. Kennett is headed back to the mound. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Here's the throw down, and Kennett is ready to pitch the top of the 7th. And the first hitter he's going to face is Chris Contreras, coming up as a pinch hitter. His average is .714, a small sample size, but he's 5 for 7. 100 pitches thrown exactly by Kennett, and he starts off Contreras with a fastball, can't catch up to it. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Contreras, right-handed hitter. Nelson sets up an outside target. Kennett is a little wide of it, and that's ball 1. We have a 5A score for you. Foster leading Angleton 6-3 in the 5th. I think Foster has a chance to, make a little noise in the playoffs. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball just missed high. A groan from the Ridgepoint side, and it's 2-2. Kennett, a quick lick of the fingers. Here's the 2-2. Hot smash on the ground, foul, and it hits the fence on the left side. Chris Contreras, I think, is going to be earning a lot more playing time soon. Here's the 2-2, and he fouls it away, this time to the right, and Brandon Nelson looking up at the ball, and something got in his eye. He'll be okay. Kennett ready to work again. Here it comes. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strikeout, and wow. For Kennett, that is strikeout number 9. Is J.J. Reddick back in town? I think he is. I don't know if you could hear the woo, but a lot of that was going up.
Now batting number 1.
Maybe not so much to fire up Kennett, but to mess with the Knights. Jacob Binder, first pitch swinging. Short center field. Garrett Johnson under it. Got it. And now the Elkins Knights are down to their final out. So coming into this game, the Ridgepoint Panthers were 6-2 in district play. Percentage points ahead of Elkins, but Elkins, as far as games behind, they are closer to the 10-1 Travis Tigers than the Panthers, but that's about to change. And here's the pitch to Whitsitt, first pitch swinging. Johnson moving to his left. He's got it, and that is it. The Ridgepoint Panthers with a fairly neat and tidy 4-0 win over the Elkins Knights. And we'll get to go home and stay dry, and hopefully everybody will get a nice night's sleep. We'll be back with the totals on VypeFortBend.com right after this. What are you doing? That wasn't me.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each. All in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish?
Okay, my little laptop waited until after the game was over. Very courteous of my little laptop. You know, it has this thing that plays the commercials, and sometimes it quits in the middle of the game, and sometimes it quits right at the end. Well, this is the first time it quit right at the end. I'm going to go to a commercial break. Hopefully it'll work. I'll be back with the totals after this.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number one, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
All right, so here we go. Your totals. Elkins, no runs on 4 hits. They made 2 errors and left 8 runners on base. Ridgepoint, 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and they left 10 on base. The winning pitcher, J.J. Kennett, and the loser is Stephen Hallmark, whose record falls to 1-1. Ridgepoint now is 7-2 in District 26A, and they leapfrog Elkins, which falls to 8-4. So Ridgepoint now in second. We don't know what Travis is doing tonight as they take on Dulles, but regardless of the outcome of that one, thank you, Ms. Rosa. Regardless of the outcome of that game, Travis will still be in first place when they have breakfast tomorrow. But here's what's coming up in the week to come. I guess that's kind of redundant. All right, well, first of all, we're going to have the game between Austin and Dulles. Austin at Dulles, 12:45 start time, and Ridgepoint is going to take on Clements tomorrow. So you got Ridgepoint at Clements tomorrow and Austin at Dulles tomorrow, and we will broadcast Austin at Dulles. Everybody's off on Monday. Then you've got on Tuesday the 27th, we will broadcast for you the Elkins at Travis game, 6:45 batter up show from 11111 Harlem Road. Also going on that night, you got Dulles at Austin, and you've got Clements taking on George Ranch. Both of those teams are out of playoff contention, and Ridgepoint will be taking on the Bush Broncos. So Ridgepoint has a game tonight. They'll have another game tomorrow afternoon, off on Sunday and Monday, and then they will have a game against Bush on Tuesday. But then right after that, on Wednesday, it's Austin right back here at Siena taking on Ridgepoint. So not going to be easy for the Ridgepoint Panthers. They kind of have a minefield to get through, and they want to be no worse than 2 losses in district play when 1 week from tonight, weather permitting, they will take on the Travis Tigers right back here on the hard scrabble streets of Siena. And if Ridgepoint can keep the loss column clean, other than the 2 losses they already have, well, they might be playing Travis for the district title 1 week from tonight. That would be fun. We also have softball playoffs coming up. Don't know exactly who's playing who and when, but we're going to check that out, and we'll let you know as we bring you all the information on VypeFortBend.com. I'm going to have to pay Anna Catherine Rosa for bringing me all these things that I leave littered around the ballpark. All right. Our coverage has been brought to you tonight by Xfinity and First Tire and Automotive. We thank them for their great sponsorship. And again, our final score from Siena: Ridgepoint defeats Elkins 4-0 and sweep the season series with the Elkins Knights. And we will be back with you tomorrow at 12:45 with the game between the Austin Bulldogs and the Dulles Vikings. I wonder if the bunny rabbit will appear on the field. For everyone at Vype, thank you so much for being with us. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Again, the final score, 4-0 Ridgepoint over Elkins. Roger Smith saying good night from Siena, where they know they need an education.